Hi everyone. I have a couple of little pamphlets here that I got from Lowe's. It's a little trifold of paint samples, and I got 3 of them. And I've seen some of the other girls do this before, where they made little booklets out of them, and so that's what I want to do. We're planning a little short trip, and I had decided I wanted to have a little booklet set up for our little trip, so I can keep records of everything and make a little journal book out of it. And I think what I'm going to do is make it kind of like a flip book. So I'll set it up kind of like this, and then I'll be able to flip through, add pictures, do some journaling, something like that. I even thought about cutting this down a little and then shorten this part. So I haven't really decided yet. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and cover it in this paint that I also got at Lowe's, and it's one of those sample jars. And they have little coupons right there in that paint department where you can get these little sample paints for 99 cents. So that was a really good buy. And so that's what I'm going to do, and I'll start out by doing that, and I'll get back with you. So I painted them front and back, and I put 2 coats on because it looked like it needed some really good coverage. And it was pretty nice paint. It's kind of like satin. You see, there's a little bit of a sheen to it. So right here I'm just measuring the paper, and I'm going to go ahead and glue the 2 bottom pieces together. And I'm using Aleene's tacky glue. And just want to make sure that that other section will fit. And I'll go ahead and glue the back side as well. And when those end flaps fold in, they were a little bit tight, so I decided to just cut off a little bit, about 1/8 of an inch on the edge of each side. I've got all my paper on, and what I did is I dug through some of my paper stash, and I found these little mat pads. It's from K Company, and I have a few pieces left over here. So let me flip through this, and I didn't have to cut too much to make this fit, which was good because I really don't like measuring. So that's the inside. The little pieces that I did have to cut off or trim, I glued them on the solid pieces. And so I have a few more of these pieces left, and I'll probably add them somewhere. I just haven't decided yet. And so this opens up like this, and then like that. And it's like a little flip book, I guess. And then like that. So this is the back side, and these are some of those paint chips. I don't know if I'm going to try to cover any of them or paint over them. I just stuck them in there till I decide what else I want to do. Okay. So I have some more scrap pieces left over, and I thought I would make some flowers or maybe some little pockets, and that's what I'm going to do with some of the leftover pieces. And then I don't want to get it too bulky, so whatever I add to it, I want it to be nice and flat because I don't want to get too bulky. And then I had this little sticker pack for traveling, and I thought that was real cute, so I'm going to use that. So when I get it done, I'll get back to you and show you the rest of it. Okay, so this is my little journal travel book, whatever you want to call it, and it's finished. And I like the way it turned out. I made this kind of fast, but I wanted it ready. As you can see, I used a lot of the stickers from that sticker pack that I showed early in the video. And I added some letters here. So it says, pack your bags, let's travel. And here's a little wooden knob for closure with some baker twine attached to the bead there. Very simple. And it opens this way. I added some washi tape throughout and some little pieces from like the Smash Book Journal ephemera. So that's what I've got here, and I can, just leave it there or just remove it and put photos there. This is another flip. Open this part up. I like this little center here. It says explore. Are we there yet? And this is a little pocket here. The little paint chips I showed earlier, I did go ahead and paint the inside of them and punch some holes in some little notebook paper here and made a funky little cover. And so yeah, it doesn't fit, and that's alright. I just needed something to do some notes in, and I like that idea, so that works for me. And this is it says here sightseeing. Okay, so that goes back in here, and then it opens up this way. Starting from this side here, I've got a pocket and a little vellum envelope, and I made this little envelope from what's left of the vellum sheet where I made this envelope. And I like to keep track of my receipts from, eating out or from our gas receipts. And I'll keep them in there, and so I can just flip that over and add a picture there if I want. And on this side, just have a place for some more photos and some journaling here. And I made a little pocket here out of vellum, and a place for a photo there. And then it opens up this way, more places for photos. So I just kind of left them a little blank until I decide what I want to do, if I want to add more pockets. So that's that part. And then it closes up this way. This is the back side. And this is another little book, and right here is just so where I can keep track of our mileage, and then have this for some more notes if I want to. And I'll just keep it in a little pocket there, or I can add photos there as well. When I was doing this initially, I was thinking I needed to do another score line here before I added the paper to make a little spine kind of backing, or like a gusset, because that would have kept this from sticking out like that. It would have allowed it to lay flatter. Plus I would have needed one on this side too, and I was thinking that I probably don't need it because I didn't intend for it to be real thick, but as you can see, it always ends up thicker than you plan. But so note to myself, next time I do this, I will definitely score this to make a little spine, so this will close flatter, and I'll do one on this side too. But for right now, for the way this is, I'm fine, and I can use it like that. So I will just use it the way it is, and remember to do it differently next time. Anyway, I hope y'all like it, and I appreciate you watching. Thanks.